You might have heard a little bit of a news last week that President Biden signed an executive action on June 18th to announce new actions to keep families together. What does that really mean? How's he doing this? This is called the Parole in Place. This has already been authorized by President George W. Bush back in his time. It's back, okay? This time, you do not need a military family member to sponsor you. You simply need to be married to a U.S. citizen, and you have to have been married before June 17th or before. Okay, June 17th, 2024. And if you're telling yourself, "Oh crap, I should have given my spouse the rock or my fiance the rock and actually got married before," stay tuned. Okay, you're gonna want to watch this video up here for more information on what we think can happen for you. Now, the other requirement, as I'll show you right here, okay, is that you need to have been living in the United States for at least 10 years. All right, so you can see that right here. Have never left since living in the United States for at least 10 years. So that's actually a lot of y'all. But unfortunately, I know there's a couple of y'all. You've asked me during live show if you could possibly count people who are 9 years in 6 months or 9 years and 8 months, something to that extent. Unfortunately, on any time we've seen some kind of announcement like this in the past, what they say during announcement is going to stick through as a final rule through the Federal Register. Okay, so let's bring this back to the screen here. Now, of course, there's other requirements, but those are two main requirements. Now, if you're telling me or asking me, wondering, well, but even if I'm not married, I don't have a significant other, don't even have a fiance, don't even have um, someone companion. Let's put it that way. You might have another option. Okay, let me share my screen again on this fact sheet by President Biden. Scroll all the way down. Okay, most of it's talking about the marriage option, but there's a part right here that says easing the visa process for U.S. college graduates, including Dreamers. Okay, and it gives a little context here about the DACA recipients, the policy. Okay, and right about here, today's announcement will allow individuals, including DACA recipients and other Dreamers, okay, who have earned a degree at an accredited U.S. institution of higher education in the United States and who have received an offer of employment from a U.S. employer in a field related to their degree to more quickly receive work visas. I've got some questions about that. So, for example, they said degree. Does degree mean, could that mean 2-year degree, like an associate's, or does that have to be a 4-year degree? Now, they made it very intentional here. Of course, as an attorney, I know that when an announcement like this or anything from a judge signed and issued an order, the words on paper are very specific. So if they did not provide as much clarity as you were hoping, that's actually probably for a more beneficial reason for someone who's considering to seek status through this way, right? So, but when we receive and look at and review the final rule in the Federal Register, which President Biden mentioned as a quick aside that it could, or he's expecting it to happen end of summer. Now, what is the end of summer? Could that mean July, end of July, end of August, when school starts for most kiddos? We don't really know, but if I recall correctly, about 12 years ago, when DACA was first announced in June 15th, 2012, through President Biden, or by President Obama, the rollout for an effective date was September that same year. So I expect it to be something very, very similar. All right, now I'm going to bring this back to the screen here. Now it says other dreamers. Okay, we have a we have a pretty good idea what they mean by other dreamers. A child who was brought to the United States by the parents, or maybe not brought by the parents. Okay, but is there a cutoff date? Is there not going to be a cutoff date? This will be very interesting because, as I showed earlier on the screen here, let me scroll back up. When they mentioned about the marriage, okay, the marriage option here with a parole in place, it says in order to be eligible, a non citizen must have been married as of June 17th, 2024. Okay, so they put a cutoff date for that, but they didn't for the work visa option. So stay tuned, okay? We're definitely going to share more information as it comes out. Now, again, if you're wondering, like, well, shoot, I'm not married yet, but I was about to give him or her the rock. Stay tuned, okay? Watch this video. Watch this video about common law marriage. One of our core values in a law firm is open-minded. Now, of course, I'm going to share in that video more information on why we believe that common law marriage could work for you, but it depends on the facts, of course. Now, if you want to know more information and want to wait for more information from the Federal Register, ask me questions, ask my team questions, you can go to the link down below. It starts with zaap.bio/green card guys, and you can select option number 3 for the webinar. Okay, we're probably going to have this about every 2 weeks to share more information, answer your questions, because I know there's a lot of concern. There could be some doubt by you whether this can continue in the future or not. The most important thing is joining our sessions, registering so you can learn more information, so you're most educated, you have the most knowledge possible, because we want to make sure you have the appropriate and accurate information real time. Now, if you're like, oh, I'm confident, I know it's going to work, and you want our services, use that same link and select option number 1. You can learn more about our team, why we do it the way the thing we do, why we exist, okay? Or you can select option 2. If you're like, well, I want to speak directly with attorney, I not sure if I want to hire yet, authorize, but you have legal questions. We absolutely want to provide legal answers. That is through a traditional strategy session with a 3-digit fee. So when you click the link below, you'll find out more information. Now, of course, our main website is greencardguys.com. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you very much. You'll have a good one.